alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the Bad Movie Cult.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bad Movie Cult podcast. My name is Dominic Lawton. I am with Ken B. Wild.
Greetings, everyone.
This is the first of our little attempts at some bonus episodes, but not like the ones we used to do in the past where they were just full-length episodes.
Well, we claimed of a bonus just to get them out there and not actually dwell on stuff.
Yeah, these are actual just little bonuses in between when we can, just talking about some of the stuff that we've watched within the month previous. So we're going to be talking about the stuff that we watched in January. Not going to go too deep dive, and hopefully it won't spoil stuff for the end of year episodes, best and worst.
Well, we'll give it a go, shall we?
Give it a go.
See what we get on.
Who wants to go first, me or you?
You, obviously.
Brilliant.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
So the first film that I've seen of this year...
Oh, hang on a minute. What, we actually nominating the first films we watched?
No, but this is just the one I'm speaking about.
Oh, right. That's all right then.
Yeah, the first film that I ended up watching this year was in the cinema.
Go on.
It was the 4th of January. Picture the scene, Ken.
I thought that was the name of the film.
The 4th of January. A young Dominic Lawton from foggy London town.
It's like you've got the bright-eyed world at your feet.
Whimsical.
You're there thinking, 2025, what's film got to offer me this year? We had such a bumper crop in 24. I can only hope for similar.
Yeah, I mean, I stood up a little straighter. I looked a little younger. I wasn't weathered down by women and crippling social disappointment. And...
Yeah, all right. I don't know if this is a comparison to me, but come on.
But the first film I watched in the cinema was Nosferatu. The Robert Eggers film.
Oh, right. Not the original.
No.
Okay, makes sense.
And I really, really enjoyed it.
Well,
which I thought I would.
So my first... not to dwell on it and ruin it, but my first film... No, go on, Dom. Explain it. I've not seen this one.
I think we were asked a question. I'm not sure if that ever got released. The question was your sort of favourite sort of newish horror directors. Ari Aster, Robert Eggers, blah, blah, blah. And I did say I really did like Robert Eggers. I loved The Lighthouse. I loved The Witch. I haven't seen The Northman yet, but I will get round to it. So I wanted to watch Nosferatu. And I heard that he'd really wanted to make a Nosferatu remake since he first started directing films. I think before he even was a director, he'd done a stage play of Nosferatu with his friends. That's how much he loved the film. And I really, really enjoyed it. I thought Lily Rose Depp was brilliant in it. I thought Willem Dafoe was brilliant in it, which he is in literally everything he's ever done, Willem Dafoe. And Bill Skarsgård was in it.
Of course he was.
As Nosferatu, and I thought he was good in it.
Contractually obliged, isn't he, a Skarsgård?
Yeah, if there's any heavy makeup monster you need, it's Skarsgård. But I thought his twist on the character was very good, and I enjoyed the film very much. It's a long film, and I hate being in a movie theatre for over 90 minutes. As I've said, I think every film should be 90 minutes, except with exceptional circumstances. When the story warrants it, then I'll go with you. And this didn't feel over 90 minutes, to be fair. And really, really enjoyed it.
Was it in black and white?
No.
Okay.
It's very dark, though. And I like the time period setting as well, I will say that. I think horror works way better. Well, I suppose it depends on the topic of the horror, but I think it works way better, when there's not mobile phones and you're a bit stranded. Evil Dead in the cabins.
I
in the
like
woods.
that kind of thing.
Yeah. Speaking of Evil Dead, just randomly, I'm going to do another mention because I've never mentioned it because it's not been part of a best and worst. It was a film that you, Ken, had mentioned to me, but I'm going to mention it now, which is Wither.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That was a sort of Evil Dead.
I think that's just come out on Prime, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw it and I thought, I added that to my list because I've not seen it for years.
Well, it's a perfect time to mention it. It was a recommendation from Kenneth B. Wildeth.
Thank you.
And it's sort of like is it Polish or Swedish
It's Scandinavian.
Scandinavian. It's a Scandinavian version of the Evil Dead, basically a cabin in the woods sort of evil zombie film, and I actually really, really liked it.
It's from 2012,
Yeah,
as well. So it's
I think it had not long come out when you told me about it.
It is Swedish. You're quite right.
Yeah.
But it is. I remember seeing that, and I just thought that is brilliant. It's good. Just in the fact that the gore is incredible in it.
Yeah,
I don't know
very
whether
good. Yeah.
I don't know whether that actually just taints everyone else's view of it, whether the gore's the best bit in it or not. But for me, I really enjoyed it because of it.
Yeah,
So, like gore or not, the gore's fantastic if you do.
Yeah, and the character at the beginning, he comes back later on. I kind of like that thread throughout. And I think, you know what I watched it on was when Netflix was the original online Netflix streaming. You could still order DVDs.
Yeah, you can still rent them as well.
Yeah, I think it was that then as well when you showed it me. But I wanted to mention it as we were talking about this. But
yeah, I think that it's on Prime. It's
Yeah.
on Prime, it's on Freevee, it's on Plex as well, I believe.
Oh, nice. So loads of places for you to watch it. And I'd highly recommend it. So I started off with Nosferatu, threw you a little bonus in there. So Nosferatu and Wither.
Yeah, one of them I haven't seen, so I just joined in with the bonus.
Yes.
What's about his moustache?
Bill Skarsgård.
Of course. What about that? It's what people want to hear about.
It's powerful.
Is it?
It's a good look.
Is it? Does it give him gravitas? Is it? I mean, it is. Look, it is a powerful moustache, but is
Yeah.
it warranted?
I think
That's
so.
what people want to know, Dom.
I think it's warranted.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's warranted. Nicholas Holt's in it as well, actually. He's very good. The only person I didn't really like, and actually, you watched Bullet Train, didn't you? I liked it. You weren't a big fan.
Oh, yeah, it was all right.
Yeah,
so
it's
what?
a bit quippy for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just too many quips.
So you remember the assassins, Tangerine and Lemon or whatever? It's like the black and white twins.
I think so, yeah.
So the white guy who's kick-ass.
Yeah.
He's in this, and his performance is a little bit off for me compared to everyone else. Like his accent and
is he doing the comedy again?
No, it's just that his sort of posh, even though he is British, like I think he's British, his posh accent, regardless anyway, was just a bit too. I don't know. It just didn't seem to fit with everyone else. And
how dare you, sir?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was a bit too like I don't know. It just stuck out for me, but. I think that might just be a me thing because I've spoke to a handful of people who've watched it and everyone had no problem with his performance. So I'm interested for you to watch it and your opinion on it because there was something about his performance and the way he was in it. I was a bit like, I don't know if he's great.
Well, I will watch it, but I'm not gonna in any hurry to do so.
Yeah.
When it turns up on like streaming, I probably will. Maybe even rent it on the old physical because I still do that.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I don't know. I've heard conflicting views on it. Some say it's good. Some say yes, it's just all right. It's just okay.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It depends how you go into it. These sort of films, I guess you've got to either be ready for it or you just watch it because it's there.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a tough pill to swallow for some people because it's long. It's Victorian era. It's quite a drab looking affair. Having said that, though, I loved The Lighthouse, which was black and white and drab as fuck. So, and The Witch, which was also similar. So
you do enjoy Willem Dafoe's dick, though, don't you?
I do more than the average person.
Yeah, which is what they say about Willem Dafoe's dick.
So,
do we get to see it in Nosferatu?
No,
that's a shame.
You get Lily Rose's
dick
though. Yeah.
It might be worth a look then. You're right. I shall raise that in my priorities list.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd sure like to see that. I watched one. Then see, okay, we'll do some good films then straight off. Strange Darling.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
Yeah,
that's in my list.
Which was on people's potential best of 2024. Hadn't watched it before we did our list.
No, me neither.
I deliberately waited until after we did our thing, so I wouldn't be lying to you. Yeah, I quite liked it.
Yeah, me too.
I guessed it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean, it is a very, very good film. I don't know if it's an amazing film that people were saying it was, which is why I didn't watch it before we did our list, because people were warning me it was amazing and brilliant. So I thought, okay, better not. But no, it was a good film. Good film. Willa Fitzgerald, very, very good.
Yeah.
Kyle Gallner as well. He's been in loads of stuff that I've seen, never known his name before.
I'll tell you what he's in, Ken.
Go on.
Dinner in America, one of my top films of not this year but the year before.
Of course, you're 2023. Yes, sorry,
Yes.
I remember.
Watch it, Ken. Watch it. You will really like that film.
Yeah, I'll pretend to write it down. Wait for me. There we go. I've pretended to write it down again. Yeah. So, what did you think of it then? You've seen this one as well?
I have, yeah. No, I liked it. Yeah, I actually did like it. This is another one that I think is on a lot of people's best horror films of last year.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I did exactly the same as you in that I didn't really put it off per se, but I just didn't get around to watching it in time.
Yeah, I was in no rush because I thought,
Yeah.
I better not because I won't have time to like get it properly sorted for if we do the lists. But
yeah, and I can only echo what you're saying. I think Willa Fitzgerald is really, really good in it.
yeah, to be honest, I mean, she was so good that I actually hated her for half the film.
Yeah.
Which I guess is the point. But maybe it's not. maybe that's not the point at all. Maybe I don't know. Again, maybe I'm going through some sort of are men all bastards kind of thing. But is that what the film's about? Men are all bastards.
I suppose so. I mean, it's
because it leans very easily into we're all bastards, and then it's just like, yeah, but what if not all of us are? What if we're not the biggest bastard?
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. I don't want to spoil the film, but it was a case of very well made. Very
did
good
you like
performances.
the layout of it with the 6 kind of?
Yeah, they had different chapters, didn't they?
Yeah, but it's sort of Pulp Fiction-y.
They threw chapters in and out of like chronological order. Which, to be honest, that's how I figured it out.
Yeah,
because we weren't watching it chronologically. So I thought obviously there's a reason for us not watching it like that. So what the fuck is it? And I did figure it all out. And I don't know. I think, to be honest, Kyle Gallner's character, he had a lot more patience than I would have.
Yeah.
You know, I would have just been like, do you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been like that about 3 or 4 times throughout a few of those scenes. It'd be like, nah, man, no, thank you.
Yeah.
But still,
did you see Smile?
I've seen the original Smile.
Yeah, because he's in that as well.
I've not seen the sequel yet.
I haven't seen the sequel. Yeah, he's in that as well. He's in Smile.
Yeah, I've seen him in stuff. He's just got a face that looks recognisable, especially with the moustache.
Yes.
I mean, you don't get a lot of people who fit the moustache these days. Not since the Chief.
Yeah.
And Tom Selleck,
of course.
But but he does suit that.
Yeah, and I'm glad he's getting his plaudits for this one as well. And I'm really glad, as I say, Dinner in America for me is one of my favourite films that's come out recently. So I'm really glad that he's being recognised for something, and it's for this. And hopefully people watch this and go back and watch Dinner in America, because I think that's brilliant. So yeah.
Well, yeah, I've written it down. I really have this time, Dom. Okay, I haven't.
Lucas, you watch any old shit. Watch Dinner in America and then tell your dad to watch it.
Oh, he'll have seen it by now. Come on, what's your next one? What else have you watched?
On TV.
No, anywhere, in the cinema, anything. Up to you.
It was on TV. I'm classing it as a film. I really enjoyed it. It's Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Vengeance Most Foul.
Okay. Go on then.
It's Wallace and Gromit, isn't it? It's fucking
I watched
brilliant.
It. I've seen it. Of course I did.
Did you like it?
Because it was Christmas, wasn't
it?
Yeah. Of course I watched it.
God, I loved it.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's brilliant.
Yeah,
and seeing Feathers McGraw back as well. Yeah. Who's just doing like chin ups in his. Oh man, I love the Wallace and Gromit sense of humor. I love Aardman.
Yeah, you love stop motion for a start, don't you?
Also, that, yeah.
So you do, yeah. So it's all the plasticine, stop motion stuff. No, I liked it. My problem with this one, it was a full length film, and I thought it was too long.
I am with you on that with Wallace and Gromit. I think they work way better as shorter.
Yeah, because one character doesn't fucking say anything for a start. That's my issue with this. I know Aardman have done like full length films and everything. It's all good, but every character's at least got some sort of vocal reaction to stuff.
Yeah, my literal note is the only thing for me is that I think Wallace and Gromit work better as shorter.
Yeah, even if you just extend it to 45 minutes.
Yeah, like the wrong trousers.
Even half it, or just an hour special.
Yeah.
But for a full 90-odd minutes, I think it was a bit too much. Having said that, the funny bits were very funny.
Yeah. I love the sense of humour.
Animation's great.
It's very English.
Yeah, the animation's great. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in there that nobody's going to get unless...
I think...
It's also even like sort of like Northern English, some of it.
Yeah.
With the fact that they get like Peter Kay joins the cast as
Yeah.
well, doesn't he? And
Cause,
he says things that people weren't sure of. What does that even mean?
yeah, because I think in Curse of the Were-Rabbit, because they were funded partly by the American side of it, I know, I can't remember who's the owner of who does all the Wallace and Gromit, the name of the actual creator.
It was Nick Park.
Nick Park, thank you. He got really frustrated with constant notes saying you need to Americanize it more. And he's like, well, the whole charm of it is how fucking localized it is.
We're Northern England.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Exactly. But no, I still really like, in terms of watching something over Christmas, I wasn't interested in Gavin and Stacey or all that bollocks. I only wanted to watch Wallace and Gromit, and
Don't get me fucking started on Gavin and Stacey.
I've never seen a single episode, so I don't know what
I had
the fuck
first
it's about.
series. I started watching the first series, turned it off during the first series, never went back.
I just don't like what's his fuck.
Whenever I start watching stuff, my wife off upstairs to watch Gavin and Stacey from fucking 20 years ago. You know what they said about that? I can't believe it's turned into a 20-year legacy. It's like, no, you just didn't finish the fucking 3-year series you were doing.
Yeah.
You've created a 20-year legacy by not bothering to finish the fucking thing.
Yeah. And I'm torn on it.
We don't even care.
And I'm
anyway.
I'm torn on it because Rob Brydon's in it, and I love Rob Brydon. Me and you, we love The Trip.
Yeah,
which me and you would quote constantly to each other. If you've not seen The Trip, there's another recommendation for you.
That's a TV show as well, not the film.
Yeah, but I think they did make a film, didn't they, for America?
I think they did. There's also another film called The Trip, though.
Yes, there is, yeah. But no, it's Rob Brydon and Steve Coogan. Steve Coogan's missus dumps him, so he takes Rob Brydon with him around, is it like Wales sort of area to go to like Michelin star restaurants. And all it is two middle-aged blokes, stop me if you've heard this before, sitting, doing impressions and making each other laugh. And it is fucking heartwarming.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Where do they get the ideas?
And it is brilliant. I really loved that show.
Yeah, very, very good. Yeah, and it's a shame he's in Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah,
which I believe is what we were talking about.
Yes, but no, I haven't seen Gavin and Stacey. I wasn't interested. Wallace and Gromit is where it's at.
Yeah, I enjoyed Wallace and Gromit, but I did think it was just on a bit too long.
Yeah, you Americans, I think some of you would like it, but I understand if you wouldn't get some of the humour because it's very, very localised English stuff, but it's very heartwarming. On Christmas, that was the best thing about my Christmas, was watching that, because I felt happy watching it. And Christmas is usually shit for me, so...
Oh, that's nice, isn't it, everyone?
Go on, Ken, your next one.
I've watched, again, many people's list for the previous year, and it was Civil War.
Oh, I've not seen it.
Really? Civil War, starring Kirsten Dunst. Wagner Moura, who I thought it was very good to see him after I thought he'd been arrested as Pablo Escobar. I thought he was put away for life, but it's good to see.
Oh, he played in Narcos.
Yeah. It's good to see that he's actually an actor.
Yeah.
Imagine that. He was an actor all along.
Is Kirsten Dunst's husband in this as well?
I don't know.
Jesse Plemons.
I don't know who her husband is. Jesse who?
Jesse Plemons. Doesn't he wear like ridiculous sunglasses? Bright red sunglasses or something?
Oh, is he the one who looks like Matt Damon?
Yes, Ginger Matt Damon.
Yes, he is, yeah.
That's Kirsten Dunst's husband.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not in it for long, though.
He's Todd in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, he's only in it for a bit. So
yeah.
That's good. At least he wasn't in it for like too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little cameo there for the missus.
Yeah. No, I have not seen this, but I've heard good things.
It is a very, very good film, and perhaps, and correct me if I'm wrong, America...
Fuck yeah.
Frighteningly possible.
Oh, really? You know what? I don't even know what it's about.
I mean, it's one of them that I can say that because I don't live in America, so I don't really know how possible it is. But it seems realistically imaginable.
Mm.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's totally fucking... Nah, never happened that. It could easily happen as far as I know, but that's from a massive distance of where I am. But no, really, really good film. Mm. It's a group of journalists heading to the capital to interview the president, who is at risk of being overthrown by a civil war militia who object to all of, it's politically based, but they don't really, they don't throw the politics at you that much. It's just there's two sides. Everyone's a militia, and you've got the government militia versus the civil militia. It's one of those where I thought it was quite a possible thing to happen, and quite a powerful piece because of it.
Yeah.
And that was mine. Again, I'm not going to go too much in. That's 7.0 on IMDb as well for that one.
Nice. I know it's got a lot of people really liked it, but I don't even know anything about it, but it is on my list to watch.
It was Alex Garland film.
Yeah.
And it's just very, very good fun.
My next one is Alien Romulus.
Oh, that is actually, I've added that. It's just come on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Or Disney Plus.
Yes.
As I like to call it.
I watched this a couple of days ago. The look, the feel of it is very similar to the original. Also, Fede Alvarez directed it, who did the remake of Evil Dead, which I thought was a brilliant remake.
Yep. Does it call back to any of the others?
Yes.
So what do I need to watch? I've seen them.
The original.
Is that all?
Pretty much.
Right, okay. So I haven't got to go back to like Prometheus or anything like that.
No. Thankfully, no. It really is. It's almost a bit like, like Halloween and stuff say, oh, forget all these, we'll just do this.
Okay.
It's a bit like that. It's basically almost like, as long as you've watched the first one, you're good.
Okay.
I would say.
Well, that sounds good then, because I honestly didn't know. Because I was thinking, I can't be asked to go through.
But you could watch
again.
You could watch none of them and still know. But there are sort of cameos in it that you're like, okay.
Oh yeah, Rob Zombie and his wife and that.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, there are cameos of characters, and it helps if you to have seen the originals for you to know what's going on. But no, I really liked it. I thought the horror aspect and the suspense was very well done. The aliens look really good, and the sets and stuff. He's obviously done his best to try and recreate that grungy. It's like I was telling you about Star Wars, and I was saying to you about Rogue One. Like, if you're gonna watch, like, Rogue One is the best Star Wars film outside of the original three, because the director tried to get that same look and feel of the original, and it makes sense canonically. Like, this is supposed to be before, so like everything would look the same. Like, you wouldn't have more advanced technology, and then it goes to that. And the Darth Vader scene in Rogue One is worth the price. I remember watching it in the cinema on a date with a girl, and I absolutely fucking loved it. And she was like, "You're an idiot." But
to be honest, those dates always end like that, though, don't they?
Yeah. She was like, "Why the fuck did you think that was good? This film is shit." And I was like, "This film was amazing. Like, you don't understand how fucking."
I find your lack of enthusiasm troubling.
Yes, exactly.
Is that what you said to her?
But I think if you watch Rogue One, you'd like it, and you'd love the Darth Vader part of it. But Romulus, very much recommended for people who love the original Alien first two.
Then I shall increase again my priority on that one, because I was thinking, I don't know. The wife, actually, inexplicably, hates all my fucking films, really likes Aliens.
Oh,
so
nice.
She's a big fan of the second film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I say
own that about 4 times. I don't know why, but I've got that 4 times in my house.
It's definitely, it is actiony, but it's definitely leaning more towards horror. Alien.
No, I'm more than happy with that. If I can convince her that it's like Aliens.
There is action in it. Yeah,
I'm more than happy with sitting and watching.
There is action. There's some great little set pieces as well. The acid in Zero Gravity with the acid blood. I really liked that bit. And not to do like crazy spoilers, but yeah, very, very good.
Well, you've ruined that, Dom. I've just struck it off my list. I'm not happy with that.
Very much recommended.
Okay, I've got another one.
Go on.
I have got a film called Blades in the Darkness.
Never heard of it.
No, you probably won't have. It was, I think it's on Prime, or maybe on Shudder. But this film is set in Albania, and it is about a young boy who wanders into some old bunkers and is taken sort of like a hostage or under the wing of some mental fucking ex-military Albanians who like indoctrinate them into the lifestyle that they used to have before communism and all of that. And then we get some youngsters turn up, and they want to open a nightclub in the bunkers. And there's a drug dealer, and there's mafia, and the young kid has now grown into an adult who's facially disfigured due to barbed wire attacks on his face. and he's got two massive fucking blades, one on each hand, just like I don't know, a bit like Dark Angel, but they are curved blades, and only one edge is sharp, which is a bit shitter. But I don't know, I quite liked it. It was nothing special, to be honest, but I quite liked it for what it was and having a go.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's. I'm not going to say it's one of the best films that will change your fucking life, but it was just quite a good film that I watched. It's only 80 minutes.
Yeah.
But I was quite enjoying it. Just called Blades in the Darkness.
Where's that? Where did you watch that?
I think I watched it on either Prime or Shudder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure which one it was, because I watched Shudder through Prime, so it's one and the same to me. But I think it's a Prime on this one, however.
I've got one more.
Go on.
Heretic.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Go on.
Hugh Grant.
Still not seen this one myself.
So I thought, straight off the bat, positives, Hugh Grant is brilliant in this. Is really, really good in this.
I have heard that he is. I think he would lend himself to this.
Yeah.
I quite like him as a creepy character.
Yeah, because he's so disarming and charming that he can start...
Just being disarming, darling.
He can start as this and devolve into something a bit more just by changing his cadence and pausing at, like, awkward moments. Which is what he starts to do in this.
Yeah.
And the build up to this, and I'd say the first 20 minutes, half an hour, I thought this is... I honestly thought it was incredible, like, because I like talky people in rooms, and it's two Mormon girls who go to his house because he's requested someone to come and speak to him about Mormonism. They come in and they say, like, oh, is your wife here? Because we can't be in the same room unless you have a wife with you. It's like, oh yeah, she's in here, she's just cooking pie or whatever. And they sit down, they start talking about faith, and slowly but surely they realise that they are trapped in this house with this guy. And he invites them into so spoilers up to a point, he invites them into a room to start speaking about faith. And after he has this conversation with them about Mormonism and faith, there are two doors behind him and they have to pick which door. And he writes on it, believer, non-believer. And you have to choose which door you want to go down. And that's where the film kicks off. And I would say up to that point and in that room, before they choose the doors, because they choose the doors earlier than I'd expected and I'd have wanted. If I was making that film, that would have been the whole point of the film. Like, you choose it and you might not necessarily see the ending of that, of what happens if they go down it. You know, if you can plan that film well enough and the dialogue's good enough. But they go down it quite quickly, and I actually think once they go down, it turns very much into a paint-by-numbers horror.
Yeah.
But up to that point, when they're just chatting, I was really, really loving that film. And I think it kind of goes off the rails with the paint-by-numbersiness of it being a standard horror. However, throughout it, I thought that Hugh Grant was very, very good. So I'm not detracting from him. And also the two girls were also good. There's just too many fucking leaps of... oh, fucking come on. You know, there's too many of them towards the end. I'm very, very interested to see what you think of it, Ken, when you get to round to watching
again,
it.
It's on my list. I've just not managed to.
Yeah, this might be one we'll probably discuss end of year, but
a lot of what I've heard that is good is Hugh Grant.
Yeah,
which, considering that he was in the one of my fucking worst films of 2024, which was Unfrosted.
Yeah,
playing Tony the Tiger, the Frosties.
I still can't believe that's a real film. I still don't believe it is. I had to watch the trailer to add it into the episode.
Because I really fucking hated him in that.
And I still don't believe it's a film.
But I wish it wasn't. I wish it was a fever dream that I could just get hypnotised to forget. But also, I really liked him in Paddington 2.
Yes.
Where he played that. He was kind of like a bad
He's
character.
A bad guy in that.
Yeah, but he was really good as that as well.
Yeah.
But, so, I don't know. I've got mixed reactions to my recent Hugh Grant films.
Well, you gave me a very early film of Hugh Grant, and that was a sort of horror film, wasn't it?
Oh, what was that?
I can't remember what the hell the name of it was. Something Train.
It wasn't Terror Train. Yeah, that's fucking awful.
Yeah,
Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah.
He just looks at him on a train for a fucking hour and a half.
Yeah, I can't remember what the hell the name of it is.
Yeah, that is really
But
awful.
I love those sort of films. I loved Della Morte Della More, which is a very early film for Rupert Everett.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, that could have been Hugh Grant.
Yeah,
couldn't
that
it, for
might as well have been.
for terms of character.
I loved that film. I love these early horror films of stars.
I like Della Morte dell'Amore just purely because of the breasts. They've got some of the best fucking tits in the business.
Yeah, and that's just Nagi he's talking about.
Yeah, she's got some fucking lovely tits.
Yeah, I'm very interested to hear what you think of because your
never
son.
never mind that. Let's get back to the tits.
Your son's watched it, hasn't he?
Yes, he has,
He
yeah.
had a similar. Did he? And he liked it, didn't he?
Yeah,
Liked the whole thing?
yeah. He said it was really good, and again pointed out Hugh Grant as the reason for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm all for Hugh Grant playing some bad characters.
Yeah, I actually like Hugh Grant. I don't know if you saw the.
What was the other film I watched that was it's like a normal good guy plays? I think it was David Tennant, maybe a Bad Samaritan or something like that.
Yeah.
Where he plays
turns
a
up at the
bad guy.
Yeah,
Which I like it when they think
they go against character.
Yeah, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to play a bad guy.
Yeah, well, Hugh Grant, like, I don't know if you saw I suppose you probably wouldn't have because it sounds shit, but the Dungeons and Dragons film.
No, that sounds shit. No, I haven't.
Hugh Grant is in that as the bad guy, and again, he's really good in it. So, and actually, there's some really funny moments in it. It's got Chris Pine in it as well. That's better than it has any right to be, that film.
So
by the way.
maybe we're just in the area where we were at one point where this British people can be good bad guys.
Yeah, I guess so.
That was like the 90s. We were in the
stereotypical-
same place, weren't we?
Yeah.
It's like Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
You got Alan Rickman, Jeremy Irons playing his brother. It's all that kind of thing. But they're both German. But still, you get the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's where we are. Maybe it's great to have a posh British villain.
Isn't that the truth?
Or was he American? Does he do an American accent in Heretic?
No.
No, even better.
No, he's English.
I would hope he would say, actually, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. And I said, fair enough, you're Hugh Grant.
Brilliant. What's your next one, Ken?
Okay, so this one, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a film that's been around a few years. It was an option that I gave to my son. He came round. We were watching films. We watched Commando, which
I've heard of that, yes.
Which I will not be discussing right now, just in case we actually cover Commando, because it's a fucking great film to cover. But the week after that, he came around again, and we watched another film. And it turns out that it was another 1990 film, which I think was released in 91. And it was the Jean-Claude Van Damme film, AWOL. And we fucking watched that. What do you think about AWOL?
Love it.
Wrong bet. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, you loved it? Oh, sorry. I thought you could say you didn't like it, in which case that would have made sense.
That's one of my favourite Van Damme films,
It
actually.
fucking is, isn't it? What a great fucking film that is. And we just sat and we watched AWOL. And we absolutely loved it. And I was really pleased that he enjoyed it. I think he's put Commando down as a 5 out of 5 film on on his Letterboxd. Not sure what he's put AWOL as. But it's a fucking good film, isn't it? You got Big Brian Thompson in it as well.
Yeah.
With his face.
For the American, wasn't it Lionheart in America?
It was called Lionheart and Lyon as well in other places. It was called all sorts of bloody things.
It was also Wrong Bet.
Yeah, and Wrong Bet as well, yeah. Yeah, it had more names than it did viewers back in the 90s.
It's, of course, Van Damme joins the French Foreign Legion.
He's already in the Foreign Legion when we meet him, and he quits them and he fucks off. He's gone AWOL. Dom, AWOL, don't you see?
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed watching this again. I hadn't seen this for years. I was really pleased. He gave me a choose a Van Damme film. I didn't want to choose Bloodsport because I think we've got that on our list to do.
Yeah. I also Kickboxer. That's also on the list.
So again, I didn't want to go for any of those two, but AWOL, I thought AWOL's a fucking great film.
I liked his name. You remember his name in it?
Leon
Gautier.
Yeah. Leon Gautier. Yeah, I just enjoyed it right from the minute one all the way through, and I still love that film.
Oh,
Leon, Leon. AWOL was one of the best video films I ever used to watch. VHS. I've got it on VHS, still have, and I've got it on Blu-ray. I don't think I actually got it on DVD. I think it's another one that missed me on DVD, but it's such a great fucking film. It's the fights are brilliant. The nonsense in the middle's great. He just plays the I just want to fight. for my family.
Yeah.
And that's all he does all the way through it. Everything that's thrown at him, it's just for my family. He just brings it all up again and again. It's like fucking great stuff. Yeah, no frills to the Van Damme character. Doesn't do any comedy. He's not fucking dicking about. He's not the whimsical idiot that he gets to play in some of the other ones. He's he just has to.
Yeah.
And opening scene, particularly fucking violent death of his brother, which I just really, really enjoyed as well. The only issue I have is his sister-in-law, who seems a particularly fucking pathetic character all the way through. Even her daughter's got more fucking bollocks than she has.
Yeah.
But I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed watching AWOL again. And that's not trying to introduce you to the film AWOL, listeners. I'm anticipating you may have already seen it.
So there we go. What do you reckon? Ken, we done?
Yeah, we can do, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. This is literally what we're going to be releasing every month. It's going to be films that we've watched, and as you know, we've gone on tangents there and recommended other stuff that we've watched as well. So
I did throw AWOL in just so you don't think we're trying to ruin new films or we're trying to recommend new films only. AWOL, fucking great film. It's just stuff I watched.
Yeah, just stuff we've watched in the month. We're going to be back next month with what we watched in February. And we'll ruin some films for you then as well.
Yeah,
so
AWOL, probably.
Yeah, watch it again. Groundhog Day.
Yeah, well, that is February, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be releasing that again.
Yeah. But until then, we've got... What we got coming out? What's the next episode? Spasmo. That's going to be coming out...
Umberto Lenzi, Giallo classic?
Yes, that's going to be coming out very, very soon. So until then, thank you for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.